Hey, what's good everybody, it's your boy Instinct, back again for another video. Finally, it's been a while. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this beat for The Weeknd. Something bouncy, something ambient. I'm going to go through this real quick. It's a pretty simple beat, to be honest. It's built around a sample by 4 Nights. Shout out 4 Nights once again. And all the drums in this beat are actually from my upcoming drum kit, or by the time this is out, it might already be out. It's called Vertigo. Go cop that. It's a pretty fire kit if I say so myself. But yeah, let's get right into it. So to start out, I actually started with this sample from 4 Nights and actually from booq as well. Sounds like this. So it's just a super simple pad chord progression with some sounds like a perc loop in the background, which is pretty fire. It originally had a bass in it, but I chopped that off with an EQ. Then I threw reverb on there, and then just a simple delay. This was mostly just for the end of the beat when it stops, so that it doesn't cut off immediately, but it also adds some more ambience to it and some more space. Okay, and then from there I added my own bass, which is actually this analog bass from my drum kit. Sounds like this. And I just threw a kickstart on there on the classic chain, brought the mix down, and then also brought the mix down here. I've talked about this once before, but this slide right here, a super simple way to do this is just to have a high note that you want it to slide down from, and you put that as a regular note with the velocity on 0. And then the note you want to slide to is a slide note, and you put the velocity all the way up. So it like increases in volume as it slides down. Sounds like this, which gives a really cool effect. Okay, and then from there I started adding hi-hats. This one is the data hi-hat from the kit. Sounds like this by itself. Just changing the velocities around to give it some more bounce, also panning it around to give like a stereo effect. Then the next one was this discover hat. This one's just panned to the middle and the velocities stay constant. Just adds a little more bounce by adding some variation in the pattern. And then this last one is the light hi-hat, and it's brought all the way down to the F note, and it just pans left, center, then right. And then from there I just added the snare. This one's the case snare. And then a bounce snare. This one I think is the metal snare. Super simple patterns, no panning going on there like I usually would, but on this one I wanted to keep it simple. Then I just added a kick, no effects on it. And then I threw my favorite perc loop in the back. This one actually isn't from my kit, it's from Only One's. I think it's his second perc loop kit. It's called West End. I stretched it out to be 8 bars, brought the pitch down an octave, threw some vintage verb on it on the cross stick room preset to spread it out, and then cut out the lows. Just adds more ambience, more atmosphere to it. And then from there I started adding a couple extra melodies. This one's from Kill September's Mercury 2 one-shot kit. It's the sharpened lead. It sounds kind of like a lead guitar. And then what I added to it, I just cut out the lows, threw an RF destroyer on it on the chorus 1 preset. Then I threw some Valhalla Room reverb on it, brought the mix down, just put it on the large room default preset. Then some simple delay, brought the cut down, volume down, ping pong, panned it, so it adds more space once again. So then in this next section, I just added a bell. This one's from Bass One's Rogue one-shot kit. It's the necklace bell. It's the one I used in my last weekend video. EQ to cut out the lows. Valhalla Room once again, brought the mix down, the default preset. Stereo shaper, I threw it on the shrinked preset to bring it to the middle. Pan man, smoothed it out, brought the width down, and another simple delay just to add more space. Altogether, that section sounds like this. And then from there I thought it was sounding pretty good, but I did want to add a little variation, and I did that with a couple open hats from my kit. These names are wrong. It's actually the Token open hat and the Banshee open hat. All I did on these, no effects on the Banshee, just threw some reverb on the Token, and just a couple simple patterns leading into the snare like I usually do. And on this Token one, I did actually alternate the panning, and a cool thing with this tall reverb is that it, like, if the sound is panned to the right, the reverb will like sweep to the left. It's a pretty cool effect. So like starts here and then reverbs over. I think it's pretty cool. And then from there it was just arranging and mixing. To arrange this one, I actually threw pretty much every sound into this effects bus. I threw a 1-knob filter stereo down on 5 with resonance on moderate. Then I cut out the lows and did a stereo shaper on the shrinked preset for the intro, and another section right here in the outro. Altogether those sound like this. So it just makes it sound like kind of far away and really muffled. And then those are all routed to this one automation track. If you don't know how to do that, you can create one automation clip, and then to link another like effect or another automation to that one automation track, you can right click what you want to automate, link to controller, and then under internal controller you can pick whichever one you want to link it to. So that way you can control multiple things with one automation clip. My intro is just this, kind of muffled, kind of gives a preview what the beat is without like giving it away. Then that drops out, and it drops right into this hook verse section, whichever you want. Then there's just these couple crashes also from my kit, complex and carousel, and a riser, and a little whoosh. And then just a couple areas where I added some variation, either through the arrangement or through one more drum sound, which was just this 2-step hi-hat, which is the water hi-hat from this kit. The thing I like to do is have a section where certain drums come in after other ones. So it adds kind of a tension, because you know the drums should be there, but they're not at first, and then they come in, and it's kind of like a satisfying kind of effect, like this. Learned that from Kenny Beats, shout out Kenny. But yeah, I did that in a few sections. There's a couple sections where drums drop out before the end of the pattern, and then drop back in. But yeah, that's basically the beat. It's gonna play right after this. Caught my drum kit. It's great. Good sounds in there. Made it myself. My first actual real drum kit, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. There's a lot of sounds in there. There's like 12 808s, 7 basses, I think like 12 claps, a few crashes, lots of risers, some textures, lots of hats, lots of open hats, a few kicks, lots of perks, lots of rims, lots of snares, a lot of good sounds in there. So go cop that. Use this code right here to get 25% off of that. And thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't, don't do anything. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.